CCSV family. This is Jason with your second installment of videos from the professional shop. Today, we're going to go over how to work on your golf game during the COVID-19 pandemic. I, like many of you, have spent much too much time sitting here on my couch, and it may have a negative effect on my game. I'm going to show you some things you can do while at home to work on your game and to be golf ready when that time comes. One thing that happens to us after a long layoff from the game of golf is our speed tends to decrease. Overall club head speed tends to decrease. Our fast twitch muscles simply don't move at the rate they used to move at. You can do some things at home to help yourself to regain that speed that you're going to want when you play golf again. In your backyard, you can use a driver, 3-wood, hybrid, anything you want. And what you want to do is you want to grab it by the wrong end. You actually want to grab it on the club head end. Make your normal golf grip just as you would, and then you want to swing the club back and through. Start nice and slow, it hasn't got to be fast. And we start nice and slow and try to build that speed, trying to train your body and your shoulders to work at that rate. All you're doing here is getting your kind of that sensation of your hands moving fast in front of your body and your body rotating fully both directions. Once that feels nice and comfortable, you can then turn the club around, grip it like normal, out flat in front of you in the same way, and just trying to move that club at a rate. Whatever rate is comfortable for you is okay to start. If you did this multiple days in a row, you want to try to increase that rate over time. The next item that we're going to cover that you can go ahead and work on at home is how to work on your balance. I've given some lessons this spring already, and it's been a thing I've worked on with most of my students. It is something that you have to continually try to work on, maintaining your balance through the motion that you make. Believe it or not, your golf swing will be faster when your balance is better. We'll go through a few activities, but I'm going to first move the puppy, and then we can do that. In a proper golf swing, when the swing is complete, the player has fully rotated, turned, and balanced to their target. We see very few players on tour that finish their golf swing and give me one of these, or give me one of these. The reason is because in order to be consistent, create extreme power, they have to be able to control their body and maintain their balance. A lot of my students, and this is not uncommon, I say, have you worked on your balance lately? Because when they finish their motion, they are not maintaining it to the level that they need to make a consistent strike. I brought somebody with me today to kind of help me who has a bunch of knowledge when it comes to balance activities. Bethany Hornsby.
Woo! Hey y'all, can't get rid of me. As Jason was saying, balance is going to be very vital to a proper golf swing, and we thought we would just show you a couple of example balance exercises that you can work on at home, on your porch, inside, wherever. Jason's got his golf club, and that's going to be his balance point. If that is not sturdy enough for you, you could always walk closer to a rail or in a doorway, but we're going to show you these examples while holding the golf club as a balance point. The first one that we can do, line our feet up in a straight line. Since we're out here on the deck, and as y'all can see, Jason is barefoot. These are great things to do while you're barefoot. If you can do these while you're barefoot, it's going to help you to develop that balance and that muscle memory quicker than if you have shoes on blocking you from making that connection with the ground. Okay, so we're going to use these lines in the deck, and I'm going to have Jason line his feet up. It doesn't matter which one you start with. It can be left in front of right or right in front of left. Okay, and maybe, if that's difficult with the balance point, that's where you need to start. But if it seems to be a little too easy, maybe take one hand off the club. Okay, and then eventually, when you feel like you can do this without having the club on the ground, you can simply take the club in both hands, even hold it out in front of you, kind of like how people do when they're walking a tightrope. Okay, and then if you start to lose your balance, you can always put the club back down or just space your feet apart. Okay, now Jason, what's a good time limit to be able to balance? What should our golfers be trying to achieve when they're holding these balances?
Sure. there has been some research in this area, and the average PGA Tour player can balance on one foot with their eyes closed, other knee up for over a minute.
Wow.
So that's a lot of time.
Yeah, so we all have things that we can work on.
While you're sitting on the couch, getting more and more depressed by CNN, Fox News, or any other newscast that you choose to watch, there are things that you can do to help your golf game. Here on the couch, if you can try to avoid lamps, small children, dogs, and the like, put a club beside you on the couch, and it's the best way to get your body to kind of get in the right motion of how to grip the golf club and how to feel the golf club in your hands. I'm going to give you a couple really quick checks that you can do of your grip to make sure that you are giving yourself the best possibility to create solid contact and maximum club hit speed. There are 3 different types of golf grip that are pretty well accepted in the industry. One, this one is called the interlocking grip. The other one here is called the overlapping grip. And the third here is called the 10-finger grip. I find that most people are going to be best served by being in either interlocking or overlapping. Okay? When your hands separate and you use a 10-finger grip, what tends to happen is the hands don't work as completely as a unit, and we tend to be less directionally stable with this grip than others. That being said, there have been players that have played very well this way. For this next check, I highly recommend you look behind you for lamps, because I'm going to ask you to put the club over your right shoulder and look down your fingers. What you want to see is you want to see all of your knuckles lining up in a straight configuration. That tells us something very interesting. It tells us that our hands are correctly opposed and are going to work together. It also tells us that the grip is in our fingers and not in our palms. So often I see players, especially right-handed players, with their right hand looking like this, way across the grip. This is much too much in the palm of your right hand, and it's going to create excess grip tension that is going to cost you distance and directional stability. So when the club goes over your right shoulder as a right-handed golfer, look down your fingers. Make sure your knuckles line up in a nice straight line. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this instructional video. Thank you to Bethany Hornsby for her assistance in the balance activity. Please be on the lookout for more of these videos in the future. As a side note, there are some outside factors that will help you work on your mental fortitude at home. You all have a great day. We'll see you soon.